Hey there, boils and ghouls. It's your friend Tats. I'm back with a new video. We got a new 4K Blu-ray to review today, and just a couple of quick announcements before we get started. Number one, I really am sorry that I'm not able to post as many videos as I would like. I know there's a lot of stuff coming out on 4K right now, and it's like, man, it's coming. It's coming fast, and just unfortunately, just just I'm a blue collar worker guy. I mean, I just work a regular 9 to 5, and I buy what I can afford, and with all the stuff coming out, unfortunately, I gotta sit here and pick and choose like what I can get around to, what I can pick up, and what I can't. So, I mean, I know like Scream 2 just came out on 4K, and I would have loved to have reviewed that one. And I know that Vinegar Syndrome, they're putting out some good stuff. They just put out Amityville Horror. I would have loved to have reviewed that one. I know they got Chainsaw Massacre 2 coming, but it's like, yeah, I'm really sorry about that. I would try to put out more videos if I could. It's just coming too fast. I just ain't got the income to, keep up with it. So, but I'm still gonna, do the best I can and get out what I can get out. And second thing too is my friend Glenn over at BDG Reviews. He's doing a giveaway, and it's very simple. Okay, he's going to be doing a video tomorrow talking about the movie The Sadness, and he's going to be giving away a free Blu-ray. So in case if you're interested, if you want to enter in to his contest and win a free Blu-ray, all you need to do, go over to BDG Reviews. I'll try to leave a link in the description below. Go to BDG Reviews, subscribe to him, and on tomorrow's video when he posts it, just leave a comment and try your luck, see if you can win a Blu-ray. So I'm gonna try. So there we go. So anyway, let's go ahead and we'll get started. Just real quick, this is a couple of nice little goodies today from Scream/Shout Factory. This one here, I'm actually really surprised that I got this in, and this was, from my understanding, this was always meant to be just a Netflix exclusive. This was never going to get a physical release, but we got it, and I'm glad we got it. We have a Shaun the Sheep movie, Farmageddon. I have seen this before. It's a really fun movie, and it's like, oh man, I'm really glad that we were able to get a Blu-ray DVD of this. It's like, I thought this was just going to be, strictly Netflix, but here we go. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on Netflix. I would love to see get more and more, physical releases. And this movie it's a lot of fun. It's really cute and everything. I do love some Aardman. So, yeah, you got some bonus features: how to draw Shaun, how to draw Lula. Lula is the little alien creature right there. Let's see. Lula Slime Time, 25 years of Shaun the Sheep. Get crafty with Shaun and Lula. Making Farmageddon. The Woolmark Company presents Supernatural Wool. So yeah, so this is a lot of fun. And the one thing I love about Aardman, I got to admit, I'm going to be honest, I'm kind of losing interest in Disney. Like, Disney movies just aren't as fun as they used to be. A lot of it is like they're kind of getting a little too political and preachy for my taste. But but I mean, I love Aardman. Just their stuff is always fun, and got some nice disc art here on this one. Like, their movies are always fun. They're got some inside cover art there too. But yeah, just their movies are always entertaining. And one thing I really love about their movies, they always put so much imagination into their movies. And so I mean, I love all the stuff that Aardman's put out so far. I mean, like Chicken Run, Early Man, all the Shaun the Sheep stuff, Wallace and Gromit, Pirates, Band of Misfits. Like, I love their movies and everything. And I gotta be honest, I was like, I'm at the point now, I'll take Aardman over Disney. Just no offense to Disney fans, but that's just my personal opinion. But all right, let's get to the real reason why you're here today. All right, this is a good day for horror fans, and it's a good day for 4K collectors. It is a tiny bit bittersweet, and I'll get into that. Today we finally get on 4K The Return of the Living Dead. This is a nice little set here, and there is one little caveat, and I'll get into that, but here we go. You get a nice slipcover with it, and there's the back. With the, of course, being the 4K, you do get, it's got Dolby Vision. You do have, HDR. You got, for your sound, you have DTS HD Master Audio 5.1. And what was the other one? Yeah, and yeah, 5.1 and stereo. But here you go. And there's a spine. 3-disc set. You know, a lot of bonus features. Not really anything new in terms of the bonus features. Mostly it's just all imported from the. I still have my 2-disc Blu-ray here. You know, so it's pretty much it's just, you know, the bonus features are just pretty much imported from the Blu-ray. Let's see here. On disc 1, you got the 4K. New 2022 4K scan of the original camera negative. Audio commentary with author Gary Smart. The complete history of the Return of the Living Dead and Chris Griffiths. Audio commentary with actors Tom Matthews, John Philbin, and makeup effects artist Tony Gardner. Audio commentary with director Dan O'Bannon and production designer William Stout. Audio commentary with William Stout and actors Don Calfa, Linnea Quigley, Brian Peck, Beverly Randolph, and Alan Troutman. On disc 2, you got new 2022 4K scan of the original camera negative. Audio commentaries, it says here, as described under disc 1. The Decade of Darkness featurette, that's a fun, if you haven't seen it, it's a really fun little featurette with Elvira talking about 80s horror movies and things like that. Theatrical trailers, TV spots, still galleries, posters, lobby cards, and behind the scenes. And disc 3, Blu-ray bonus features. The Return of the Living Dead work print. More Brains, A Return to the Living Dead. The effects of the Return of the Living Dead. Party Time, the music of Return of the Living Dead. By the way, this movie, you know, has an amazing soundtrack, which I do have. So, honestly, if you're a big fan of this, you know, you're going to love the music in this movie. And I definitely strongly recommend, yeah, if you can get a chance, pick up the soundtrack. The soundtrack is awesome on here. So, what else? Where are we at? All right. The Origins of the Return of the Living Dead. That's an interview with John Russo. The Return of the Living Dead. The Dead Have Risen. Designing the Dead. Horror's Hallowed Grounds. A look at the film's locations. Those are always fun to watch, man. Sean Clark does a great job with all of those. And a conversation with writer-director Dan O'Bannon. This was his, unfortunately, this was his last interview that he did before he passed away. But, all right, so there you go. You got quite a bit of bonus features to keep you into it. Now we're going to get into this. Sadly, unfortunately, there is no reversible cover art this time. So, you know, it's just going to be the original cover art. So, I guess that's going to be, you know, I guess it depends, you know, like for some people that's probably like, oh, that sucks. Some people it's like, you know, but whereas like on the Blu-ray, you know, you had the, you know, the commissioned artwork there. So, but of course, like, you know, if you open the, there you can see there's the original poster art there. Hang on. You can see there. So, anyway, we're going to delve into this now. All right, we're going to get to the part that I have to admit I'm not really crazy about. Unfortunately, at least on this edition that I got, we kind of have a little bit of a similar situation like what we had with the Child's Play 4K. You have that kind of, I don't know if you can see it there, it's kind of like the greasy kind of interior again. And it's not enough that it's like, you know, really smudged the disc or anything, but I don't know if you can see that there. Yeah, you see that there, right? So unfortunately, that is something to check out for. So when you get yours, check and see if that's in there, and you know, make sure you check your discs. So hang on. All right. So there's the 4K, and there are your two Blu-rays. And if you bought the Blu-ray edition before, you're going to notice that there is a difference in the disc art, because that's for the original Blu-ray. So you can tell that the disc art is different, as it is here. So, but yeah, so unfortunately, yeah, we kind of got that going again with the kind of the greasy interior of the case. So if you get one like that, yeah, you better check your check your discs. I mean, mine has a little bit of a smudge on it, but I mean, it's nothing I couldn't clean up. But yeah, just kind of keep an eye out on that. But so overall, this is an amazing movie. This is definitely a twist from the Romero zombie movies. And I'm gonna be honest with you, when I was a kid and about the first time I was getting ready to watch this, I have to admit at that time I was a bit of a Romero snob. I was just like, if it wasn't a Romero zombie movie, I just didn't like it. I mean, ever since then, I've kind of pulled my head out of my butt about that. But yeah, at first when I was getting ready to watch this, it's like I was just like, oh, I don't really want to. It's not a Romero movie and stuff like that. I don't really care and everything. But then watching this movie is awesome. This movie is fantastic. This movie is so good. It's, I know a lot of people say that, this movie was like the first movie to do, or 28 Days Later was the first movie to do running zombies. No, they did running zombies in this movie. And I don't think even this movie was the first movie to do the running zombies. I seem to remember like Messiah of Evil, which is a zombie movie. And that, they had like running zombies in that movie too. So it's kind of hard to kind of pinpoint. But this movie actually had talking zombies, and you get some really, oh man, this movie, it definitely has like some of the most quotable lines you can imagine, like, oh man, more brave. This is the movie where we got that from, a lot of people think it was like from one of Romero's zombie movies. No, this movie was the movie that started with the whole brains, this movie started that, the more brains, and all that. Oh God, like what other, like the zombie getting on the, in the ambulance, getting the CB and everything. Send more paramedics, and yeah, this movie has really turned into a great cult classic, and it is definitely a departure from the Romero zombie movies, but man, it's a really good one. It's so well done, and now time for the picture and sound quality. Okay, the picture, I'm pleasantly pleased with. Pleasantly pleased. I am pleased with the way that the picture quality on here looks. One thing I did feel was a little bit of a problem with the Blu-ray was I felt that they kind of brightened the picture just a little too much. And in some instances, it's like the special effects were very obvious. I mean, there are still some parts on here, with the 4K, even with HDR and stuff. Some of the, zombie appliances and stuff, you could tell. But I mean, just like there were certain instances where like you could tell that, like it was just somebody like wearing like an overhead, almost like a Halloween zombie mask and stuff. And you could definitely tell, like you could see like where the zombie makeup stopped and where the actors, just natural arms started, and things like that. And it was very obvious. Here, it's a little bit more hidden, but some instances you can still see it. There is a nice level of film grain in the picture quality. It's not too flashy or anything. The way it's done, it's not too. What's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, though, it's not too. I'm sorry, I can't think of the word right now. It's not too showy or anything, but at the same time, it's not so grainy that it's kind of like overtaking the picture. You get a nice level of film grain, and the HDR really does work, especially in the nighttime scenes when the dead come back. And even though, like I said, some of the zombie effects are still going to look a little obvious and everything, but, kind of like it does kind of hide a little bit of that, kind of make it a little bit darker and everything else, where it's not as noticeable. But overall, it's a nice transfer. They did a good job with the picture quality and the sound. Honestly, it's got nice sound on it. I mean, if you have a really good sound system and everything else, yeah, this is going to kick butt. Whereas like, but also too, if you're just going to, watch this and just listen to it on your TV speakers and everything, it sounds pretty good. It's like, not bad. So overall, we got a really nice presentation of it, and I do recommend it. I recommend picking this up, and I am happy with it. I'm happy that we finally have this amazing cult film on 4K, and oh yeah. So, but just I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to say about it, but just one thing you definitely get a lot more detail in is in the production design and the surroundings. You can see a lot more detail, like in the cemetery scenes. You can see, especially like in the medical warehouse and in the the mortuary, like those buildings, like the production design really does shine on the 4K. You can see that these buildings they're old buildings. They have been worked in and occupied for a very long time. So it's like the production design really does shine on the 4K. That's one thing I think you really pick up. But yeah, and even this effect here, with the half zombie strapped to the gurney, that looks really, really good on here. The way just it does. It's overall, it's a really nice presentation, and I would strongly recommend picking this up. So that's it. Return of the Living Dead. Yeah, go ahead and pick this up. Pick up the soundtrack too while you're at it. Have some fun music to listen to for Halloween. So that's it. So if anybody took the time to watch all this, I thank you for doing it, and I appreciate you for doing it. I also hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave it a like. If you haven't already, go and subscribe to the No. For a second there, I thought I was doing one of my body bags reviews. No, this is my channel. Please subscribe to my channel, and there's definitely going to be more coming. There's going to be more in the upcoming weeks, and yeah, I'm hoping next week I can get the 4K Blu-ray review for Dress to Kill. That's coming. So yeah, going to have definitely more, and as we're heading into Christmas, we're going to have a lot more stuff coming. So that's it, everybody. Take care. Oh, and don't forget, subscribe to BDG Reviews and leave a comment on tomorrow's video if you want to try to win a free Blu-ray. And that's it, everybody. So take care, my boils and ghouls. I'll see you later. Have a good night.